to SourceFed. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Elliot Morgan.
The East Coast is bearing down for what is being called the Frankenstorm. I hate that name. The late-season hurricane known as Sandy is set to make landfall this evening and will join forces with the Northern Blockage Cold Snap system to create what is already being forecasted as one hell of a historic storm.
Here's Sandy's stats. The storm is 1,000 miles wide, which means that if the eye of the storm were to fall on land, the storm would extend 500 miles inland. The storm itself is traveling at 20 miles an hour, and it is generating winds of about 85 miles per hour, which, when it comes to storms, that isn't all that crazy, but this lady is teaming up with an Arctic jet stream to create devastating conditions, and the sheer size of the storm could result in the winds lasting over 2 days.
Sandy is already responsible for over 60 deaths in the Caribbean, but it's not the 85-mile-per-hour winds that the population of about 50 to 60 million are preparing for today. It's the storm surges. High winds, heavy rainfall, and high tides will result in 4-foot to 8-foot surges. And in some places, like in New York and New Jersey, surges could get as high as 11 feet, greatly threatening low-lying areas and the subway rail system.
And as such, Michael Bloomberg called for the evacuation of low-lying areas, which would require 370,000 people to find higher ground, which became an even greater task after the city shut down the subway and bus and commuter rail services late Sunday night. Schools up and down the East Coast are shutting down for the next 2 days, as are the United Nations and the U.S. stock markets.
And if the storm seems like it's taken a few pages from the script of the day after tomorrow, it's because it kind of is. No, the world isn't going to freeze, and no, there will be no wolves scouring the icy plains for human flesh, but this superstorm is super rare, as pointed out by meteorologist Eric Halthus.
The coincidence of that strong of a high-pressure block being in place just when a hurricane is passing by, in and of itself a very rare occurrence, is just mind-bogglingly rare. It's the kind of stuff that's important enough to rewrite meteorological textbooks. The result, instead of heading out to sea, Sandy's full force will be turned back against the grain and directed squarely at the East Coast.
With up to 12 inches of rain predicted to fall in some low-lying areas and up to 3 feet of snow in higher elevations, officials are urging everyone to play it safe and to situate themselves for safety. If you're in a low-lying area where flooding is a possibility, please evacuate and find higher ground and shelter until Sandy passes. We'll keep our eye on the storm and we'll inform you of all and any major updates. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Elliot Morgan. This is SourceFed.